have something for you.
Oh?
Here you are.
Wonderful. We can use it in the ritual.
I don't believe anyone can make sense of Dr. Faustus's ramblings. Any progress on the journal?
If by progress you mean genetic experimentation recipes, demonic incantations, and what Strange here thinks is some sort of, wait for it, Lilith fanfiction Faustus wrote in a 10,000-year-old dead language...
Ancient Atlantean.
Then sure. Tons.
I actually speak a little Atlantean.
Tio mile oth ep isif?
But I did find this.
A hole?
We think it's a shipping facility. Or smuggling. Faustus may have been a demented loon, but the man kept some pretty detailed records.
Possibly for stealing. From me.
Via the hole.
Let me guess. That's why I'm here.
Well, given the nocturnal and clandestine nature of this operation, as well as your experience in dealing with subterranean affairs...
I'll bet. Ever wonder why you people only come to me for the dirty work?
Because you are a vampire? You sleep in the actual dirt? Or a coffin?
I mean, there's sort of a point buried in there. Sorry.
Let's go.
Checking out a big dark hole in the ground does not excite you.
Combing through Faustus's twisted ramblings wasn't the easiest job in the world, but Captain Marvel did manage to find a spot of particular interest to the late Doctor. Judging by the Hydra activity we've picked up in the area, I'd say she's on to something.
Carol never fails to impress. Big hole.
Big horde of Hydra.
Think we finally found out how they're smuggling artifacts out of the sanctum.
Good. Then there must be a way to smuggle ourselves inside. Let me guess. Stealth not your style?
I'm a vampire, remember? We invented stealth.
You might want to tell that to them.
Show no mercy.
Let's do this.
If you're done showing off, why don't we move on Hydra and put an end to their artifact smuggling operation for good?
No problem.
Hail that!
Get ready. seen that before. We've got one of the artifacts. Don't blink. Let's do this.
Watch my back!
Hydra's in control of the situation.
All right, that hurt a little.
I've been waiting. Awaiting reinforcements.
According to our thermal scan, this hole branches from here across the entire city. What the hell was Faustus doing down here?
You would have to ask Crossbones. That's gonna leave a mark.
The enemy has the upper hand. We're gonna... Time for the real thing.
You're mine.
Hydra has always sought power from the occult, but this feels different. Steal artifacts, but this entire setup feels like a distribution center. But distribution to where?
If my mother is involved, nowhere good.
Then I'm betting it somehow.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Better not be a fire dragoon lair. Hydra's been busy.
Whatever the hell they're doing down here. It smells wicked. Remind you of something?
The sanctum. Back door?
Gonna say yes.
We serve our mother. We await the return of the midnight sun. We hate interlopers and their little brains.
I would have preferred the fire dragoon.
First you die, then we eat.
Fairly certain we found out how Hydra is getting the artifacts out of the sanctum. I'm also fairly certain that I hate this guy. Let's see if we can't shut him up.
Come closer, little vampire. Feed on with your eternal blood. We shall feast upon your brain forever!
Can honestly say I've never heard that one before.
Help is at hand. Roger that.
That hurts! Look how fragile you are!
That was actually a pretty hard hit. It's putting the squeeze on me.
Arm Alpha reinforcing!
That door of his may be our best bet at getting through to the Sanctum and finally taking the fight to Lilith.
Smells like fresh meat. Surface meat. So much better than sewer meat. Sweet surface meat.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll let us through if we just ask nicely.
I feel more like myself every day.
Here it comes.
Fragile. Fragile as you. Pain is angering. Even we have our limits.
Behold the light's gift.
Mother tells us to hurry. Reinforcements on approach.
Hydra would make a far easier meal than us, monster.
Yes, but underneath their crunchy shell, the meat is that makes them stronger. It sours the flavor. Too much gamma for our liking.
Well, that put me on my edge.
They cannot possibly match your strength. I'm going in. They're not going to like this.
We will peel back your flesh.
Fight's about to get bigger.
There is no end to Hydra's reinforcements, even down here in the sewers. Deal with them if they are in the way. But Venom is the priority.
Yes. Food should not play with other food. When we are hungry.
Haven't felt this good in years.
We will make you
I thought Venom's breath was bad.
It is.
Oh, you know I'm kidding, don't you, Charlie? How long was I out?
Days.
What happened?
Before or after you exploded.
The collar.
Still intact. Though, I'll admit, when Agatha and I first made it for you, we didn't anticipate the need to withstand alien energy.
Felt like more than that. As if...
Thankfully, the Venom creature didn't seem to like it either. Ran off through that gate of his, which is why Blade was able to get you home.
Next time I will send that thing straight into the abyss.
Next time, there will be no next time. I know I've been pushing things hard. Pushing you.
That's what you do.
Maybe not on this one. At least until we find a way to counteract the volatile effect of these compounding alien and mystic energies. Which reminds me, Strange and Stark have been chomping at the bit to come see you. Which, of course, I would not allow.
Hope you were not too rough on them.
Me? Of course not. Though I can't speak for Charlie. Still, wouldn't hurt to show your face around here when you're ready. People are starting to worry.
Tell me about it.
And you are certain it will hold?
We wouldn't be standing here if I wasn't. You two focus on the creature. I will worry about the collar.
Haven't really seen Blade since he got back from the sewer.
Carrying Hunter home on his back.
He's still outside. Being extra broody. Maybe you should talk with him.
Good idea. I'll go with you if you like.
All I'm saying is the tower's lost. We're no closer to breaking through Slimerama's sanctum shield, and our exalted chosen one just woke up and is listening to our every word. It's great to see you on your feet again, boss.
Where is Blade?
Hey, can I ask a favor? Heard about the explosion, Hunter. No shame in it. We've all been caught by a boom before. Did Eddie Brock make it out? He likes to try and kill me, but that's just his language of love.
Glad to see you back on your feet again. Strange and I tried to stop by for a little house call while you were out, but turns out your dog is part flamethrower.
She is very protective.
That's one word for it. Listen, I know you're probably hearing all sorts of comments after your last tango with Venom. For what it's worth, we both just wanted to say that we don't think you should get within 50 light years of that thing until we sort out what the hell's going on between you two.
How does the old saying go? Slash me once, shame on you. Slash me twice.
Couldn't have said it better. It's like I'm talking to a living meme.
I would hope not. The last meme was killed during the Great Culling. Their mimic abilities made them one of the deadliest threats of the old world.
Right. Let's get back to fighting the giant alien slime monster. Look, Strange and I have been studying pieces of that symbiote ever since this nightmare began. Problem is, the further they get from the source, the more their molecular structure changes, which basically renders them useless to us. In zombie movie terms, I need a sample from Patient Zero. The old slime ball himself.
Venom.
Or Eddie, if you talk to Peter. Either way, that's our guy. We get a sample from him, somehow maintain its molecular integrity long enough for Strange and I to poke around at it, and, well, we're in business.
Let me guess. You have a new gadget in mind for the task.
Gadget? No, not a gadget. Plans for a groundbreaking device to solve this insurmountable problem and keep you from exploding next time you fight the indestructible monster? You betcha.
I like where this is going.
Good. Calling it my symbiote sampler for now. Hey, I ran out of acronyms, okay? Stage 1 in stopping our symbiote nightmare once and for all. Meet me over by ye old anvil over there and we can get started. Oh, you're not afraid of needles, right?
Needles?
Forget I asked. Oh, you are gonna love this. So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? Not bad, right?
How may the Sorcerer Supreme assist me? It's all the risk, really.
See ya, Hunter.
I'm sure I'm not the first person to inquire on this fine morning, but seeing as how you did explode in what I might describe as a most spectacular fashion, any side effects I should know about? Headache? Blurred vision? The urge to murder us all?
Something did happen that I would consider a side effect.
There's no need to be coy, Hunter. I've seen my fair share of embarrassing side effects. Unwanted hair growth, growing third eyes, uncontrollable flagellation. Nothing shocks me anymore, except for Tony's night terrors and chronic bedwetting. But in all seriousness, I hope you feel comfortable enough to disclose any medical conditions you may be experiencing now. We can't in good conscience send you back into battle against Hydra if you're not in tip-top condition.
My collar. I'm afraid the explosion cracked it.
Cracked? How big is this crack?
Minor. Almost undetectable.
A small fissure should not be a problem. Your collar is made of tough stuff. Almost as tough as you. But if you see it expanding even a millimeter, you must, and I mean must, come to me immediately.
Absolutely. You have my word, Doctor.
Is there anything else I can help you with? Any burning philosophical questions about the universe you need answering?
Do you really think we will be able to halt the prophecy?
Halt? No, unfortunately not. Prophecies are stubborn things.
So you do not believe I can change mine?
Anything we do would be like dropping a rock in a stream. We might stop it or divert it for a bit, but the relief would only be temporary. This prophecy will come true, one way or another.
How do you do it?
Do what?
Balance both light and dark magic without becoming overwhelmed with one or the other.
Yes, I am rather well-rounded in my magical gifts, aren't I? I suppose I see magic as a tool. I use magic, but it doesn't use me. Just remember, you don't need to go pure dark or pure light unless you want to. There is room for everyone's own unique path.
Are you worried about what is happening to the Sanctum?
I try to keep those thoughts roped away from my own sanity. I am deathly afraid of what Lilith is doing in there. I don't think she hijacked my home just so she could rifle through my sock drawers.
I should take my leave. There is much to do.
Yes, there is. Just don't push yourself too hard. You are, after all, still part human.
I feel the knowledge behind every word you say.
I have worked hard for many years to get where I am.
We could go a few rounds.
Ready to work?
New and improved.
Not everyone wants my advice.
Just like you wanted.
No problem.
See you soon.